Hey guys, Charlotte here with Dragonfly Soul Healing. I just wanted to pop on today and just pull some cards for the collective, kind of see where we're at energy wise. We have Mercury retrograde starting today, so it changes everything, right? Mercury's about communication. These cards are just intense today. I've tried shuffling them a few times to get the energy in them, and they're just flying everywhere. Okay. So basically, Mercury rules communication, right? It rules electronics and everything like that. So it creates a mess, right? Everything slows down. Yeah, this Nine of Swords keeps wanting to come out. The energy's been really intense this last few weeks, and we've really been forced to see our truth, and we've been forced to face a lot of things that we've been avoiding. A lot of things that we did not want to bring up in our lives because we'd done so much work that we felt like maybe we could just skip it. But guess what? That was not a thing. So right now we're in this state of expecting the worst. And the Nine of Swords is about not sleeping in your traditional tarot. So it shows you that, I think I'm going to pull some cards from the dream deck as well, because dreams have been really heightened as of late. And it's like there's such a shift in all of our abilities, our understandings, our dreams, everything's shifting. Let's see what the cards are saying here. Page of Earth. Good news about financial matters. Wanting to go do something more challenging, a new area of study. Yeah, exactly. And with this card, I feel like what I see in it the most is like the unlimited potential. Oh, I'm going to do this glare thing again, aren't I? This unlimited potential of new starts and new beginnings and stuff like that. Fix the glare, guys. But you see how much stuff's going on in the background, and yet none of it seems really real, right? It's like we're lifting the veil on what is real in the physical and what's actually real. So it seems like there's a lot of stuff shifting, and that's why we had to purge these old things, right? Because we needed to come to a point of removing everything that no longer served our highest good. But look at what it's done. Look at how much your energy has shifted, even if it's still in some Debbie Downer energy, it's still shifting and it's showing you some truth. We're really seeing a lot of truth lately, especially in the dreams. I feel like the dreams are really important. Even if you don't remember them right now, I feel like I struggle to remember. I'll just remember little things, like weird things about the dream too. But I remember the energy, the way it felt. That's usually what I wake up to, is that the way that the dream felt more than the visual in itself. So you kind of have to just take what their universe is leaving you with in the morning, and maybe ask that they help you better understand and know what the dreams mean, every night before you go to bed. King of Fire. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. Yeah, all I see on this card is how much you've stepped into your power. This purge has been a real eye-opener for a lot of us, and it's making us step into our power. You see him, he's owning this. He's owning everything. He's like, you know what? It's time. It's time to step into my power. It's time to just shift perspective and really understand better why I'm here. I feel like a lot of us have really come to a place where we just understand things so differently. We've learned to just let go of so much stuff over the last several years that we've learned that a lot of it doesn't even matter, right? A lot of it's just here to challenge us, and a lot of it too, guys, is other people on their journey. And we're taking part in their journey. And sometimes it does, you learn a lesson from it, but it's not as prominent in your life as it is theirs. So sometimes when you're going through these annoying things, like meeting these people and going through these little challenges and stuff, you don't realize what impact you're having on other people's world. And we need to awaken to that a little bit better so that we stop letting others affect how we feel. You know, we have the card. I've been shuffling my cards and leaving them all face up. Just, I feel like they add to the reading if they need to. Shine Your Light is sitting here at the bottom. What does this card even say? Thank you, Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the whole world. Exactly. This is what I mean. It's like we have to realize that people are going through their own stuff. So a lot of times when we're going through challenges with them, it's to give you a lesson, but it's also to give a lesson to these other people. You know, he's standing here and he's like, you know what? You forget what happens when we shine our light. Sometimes we go back into that darkness. And, you know, I get this email every Monday morning, and a couple weeks ago, in the email, it talked about how this lady had a really annoying neighbor move in next door. He was young, a partier, you know, always loud, banging, making all kinds of noise all the time, all times of night. And she was really angry, and this was when she was like first in the beginning of her spirituality. And she was mad and she's like asking the universe to make a move, blah, 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 and nothing's happening. And then one day she was shown that if she shows the light side instead of the darkness, that it helps the situation. So she asked for him to find a girlfriend and so on and so forth. Just asked for something good to happen to him to help this situation. And within a couple months, this guy had a girlfriend, he'd settled down, he calmed down, and the whole energy shifted, and all of a sudden she had a good neighbor. You know, and he didn't move, so she didn't have a new neighbor to bother her, right? Because that could have happened. Because the thing is when you hope for good for everybody, even the people that annoy you and drag you down and stuff like that, you're creating a better vibration in the world altogether. It's not about you all the time. You know, I'm selfish. I get it. I'm very selfish. All of my friends will tell you I'm selfish as fuck. But at the same time, you have to balance the scales with that. I take what I need. You know, like if I need time to myself, if I need to do stuff, I'll do stuff for myself. But I also do a lot for other people too. It's balancing the scales, right? The only way to allow anybody to grow is to let them be themselves, is let them do what they need to do, give them space, giving them perspective without expectations of what they're going to do or how they're going to do it. If they just keep doing the same damn thing over and over, there's nothing you can do but love them and hope that they find their truth eventually. It doesn't mean you have to keep these people in your life, but it doesn't mean that you're above them. I don't know why we're getting into like harsh talk here. Oh, settle down, Charlotte. We do it. It's a thing. And we need to remember that. It's when we're judging others, we're judging ourselves. We're judging what we don't like about ourselves. So just step back a little, you know? We got to shine our light and shine our light on everybody, not just people that we choose to. Knight of Earth. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. A guardian angel. It's like they're showing me how the mountains are behind you, and it's kind of like all these storms that you've overcome where it's like things kept popping up. And it seems like there's a shift in this, you know, now we're getting into more trees and stuff like that. He's coming into a more of a path or something, where before it seemed like the path that we were on, it was like a path until it wasn't a path, and all of a sudden we had to find the path again, and there was this constant struggle of trying to find your way. And I feel like we've overcome so much stuff over this last little while, and again, that's why there was this major purge. We are in the heart of Scorpio season. You know, Scorpio is all about death and rebirth. You know, Scorpio is literally the death card in traditional tarot. You know, and not to mention it comes right in the heart of Halloween, you know, season, and Halloween is all about lifting the veils to spirituality and stuff, you know, and you can read about all that kind of stuff. I have a few times, I mean, whatever, it's all kind of, I used to love all this stuff, and I feel like all the holidays and everything, it's all shifted for me. I feel like I just don't give a shit about any of it anymore because it's not real to me. Anyways. I don't not celebrate stuff. I don't get excited about it anymore. I'm just like, it's just another day, guys. It's, you know? I'm blunt. I'm just, I don't know. Anyways, Three of Water. A celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement. The need to have more fun. I feel like we've balanced so much emotion, guys. You know, the cups are all about emotion. Water is emotion, feeling, stuff like this. I feel like we've been in such deep water as of late, just really getting to the heart of a lot of matters in our world, that we've been too dark in the emotion sector of life, you know, and they're really wanting you to balance this out, right? Shining your light on yourself too, you know, like, funny, we got the water card here, at the bottom of this deck. Cleanse and purify, water, which is the element of Scorpio as well as a water sign. And that's big time. Renewal. Yeah, see the water again. You know, there's a lot of connecting to water right now. I've been blessed to literally live beside a lake, and so I get to connect with the water all the time, but it's still not enough for me because I'm selfish and I'm greedy, and I still go and find a good, like, well, waterfall, but I like the rushing water. I like going somewhere where the water's moving, so it can move the energy. But, you know, there's a renewal here. It says review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. Well, yeah, hasn't that been obvious? The universe has sure been putting that out there, hasn't it? It's like, I feel like we were wee deep here in the water back there, just getting beat the shit out of, and we finally made it to shore. So now we get to reevaluate life and change our direction. That's what it's felt like. It's felt like we've been in like this intense storm of waves and energy that just kind of never wanted to stop throwing us around. You know, like anytime we thought we were catching our breath, it was just like drowning again. And, you know, that energy is about to subside, it seems. Oh man, this card keeps coming up too. And, you know, I've talked about the truth that's being revealed a lot lately. And, you know, it's like your higher self is showing your 3D self, your physical self, truths. In a lot of things. There's a lot of truths being revealed in karmic ways too, and we can talk about that, but I think more than anything right now, the most important thing is the truth being revealed in yourself. You know, even the harsh truths suck, man. I know. I've got a lot of harsh truths that slap me around too. It's a real thing. But the thing is when those truths are revealed, once they're revealed, they're revealed. They're out, and then you're no longer holding on to these things, you know? You're able to better decipher what you're going to do with these triggers, with these lessons, with these truths that are revealed in your world. And what does it give you? It gives you an opportunity to recreate. The kitchen card is all about creation. You know, it talks in the book about how in the kitchen you cook from scratch, right? It's literally your own creation. This would be connected to your sacral chakra. You know, it's all about your creative energy and everything. And it's like you get to start from scratch. You know, if you don't like that meal, just throw it out and start fresh. Okay, it's a waste, but you know, it's more metaphorically speaking. It's like we're starting new things. Now I kind of want to, this is the dream book deck here, and I'd like to ask kind of what it is that we need to know about our dreams. I feel like I did this last reading too. The dreams are really prominent lately, you know, like, and I've had such intense dreams, like, and weird, like, they're just, I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck even just happened? And like, and I'm trying to remember it, like, seriously. I think there's a need to cleanse the body too, maybe. I definitely need to do that, go on like a water cleanse or something, because there's a need to clean the vessel, because it gives you a better opportunity to understand what's being shown to you. All right, so this? I'm sure this came up in the last reading. I almost want to go rewatch it, just skip through until I see this card. The dream guide, again, see these doors. We've got new opportunities. Where else did it say something about new opportunities? Moving in a new direction. The creation card. Why? Because the truths have been revealed, and now that they're being revealed, you're able to look at this. Like, he's literally just like, I'm showing you the way. I'm showing you the way in your dreams. And I was asking what our dreams have been about lately, or what we need to know in our dreams, right? And this guy comes out again. And he's a teacher, a guardian. He's showing you the way. And we haven't had the light lit on this door forever. We've been walking down this dark tunnel, so to speak. And they just keep lighting the way as it needs to be, but they keep you in the darkness until it's time. The winter card comes up: reflection, transition, and release. Again, with the releasing. We're releasing a lot of stuff, we're removing a lot of stuff, but also this talks about how there's a shift coming in the winter, right? So come December 21st is when we have our, I want to call it the equinox, but I feel like that's not the right word. Solstice, the winter solstice. That's what it is. Oh, I was so far off. But when we have the solstice, it's the shortest day of the year. And that kind of changes stuff. It's like there's all these different things that kind of balance out right when that December 21st time frame comes around. It's like there's a lot of things shifting come winter time. Once we're in winter season. And remember, winter is, from December until April or something like that. So, there's all these things that are changing throughout this next 3-4 months that are really going to help you get a better understanding of why you've been in these situations and all these circumstances that have brought you to this place. You have the snake card here as well. And the snakes are always about shedding the skin, right? It's about rebirth, release, integration is what the card says. And it's that need to shed that skin. That's what we've been doing. We've been working so freaking hard, guys. And, I feel like it's not quite done. And maybe this is why we're still talking about it. We're still talking about the truth being revealed. We're still talking about the sleepless nights here. I feel like you have a lot of people around you. Some people. No, hang on. Or you're laying it to rest. It's like you had a lot of people in your life, but you're now laying them to rest. And that sounds really morbid, but it meaning more like you've taken a lot of these circumstances that no longer served your highest good, and you've let it go. Whether it's people, places, things, jobs, anything. The universe is literally forcing. I got fired. I moved out to BC and I got fired. Okay, guys, that's a real thing. And you know how shitty that is for somebody that's been a hardworking truck driver. I wasn't mad about getting fired. I was mad about the reasoning of being fired, but nonetheless, it was the universe saying, no, you're not doing this anymore. We're laying that to rest now. We're laying this one to rest. We're shifting directions. You can't go be a bartender again. That's not what you're meant to be. That's not who you are. So they fired me. But whatever. It is what it is. The last card. Holy fuck. Are you serious? Okay, so these 3 cards for sure came out in the last reading. And that reading was 4 or 5 days ago or something. So we got the dream guide, we got the truth revealed, and now we've got the stairs card again. And this was literally in that last reading too. This is freaky, actually. Because I super shuffle, guys. And that was I've used this deck several times since then. I use this deck a lot. And here we have 3 cards that were the same. So it shows us that we're still in the same vibration as we were before, but we've shifted a lot. Direction and timing. It's kind of telling you there's all this divine timing, right? And this is why we have the winter card here, right? It's we're heading in a direction, but we gotta wait. We gotta go through this reflection through the winter. There's gonna be a lot of more truth being revealed. There's gonna be a lot more shedding of the skin, shedding of the ego. This skin right now seems to be the ego that we're shedding. We're letting go of these vibrations, and that gives us the opportunity to follow our dream guides. But we need to cleanse. Okay, so that's why this card came up and sat at the bottom here. It's we need to cleanse our system and get in better shape so that we're more able to listen to our guides when they bring us this guidance. So I hope this makes sense. Happy Mercury retrograde, and I guess it is Halloween today too. I didn't even really talk about that much, did I? Because don't care. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will chat with you soon. Take care.